All right, so another interview, because I promise. Right here we have, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Carl Desir, the manager of diversity and inclusion at the 4A's. Main responsibilities include running the Multicultural Advertising Intern Program, also known as MAPE, and the 4A's Foundation.
So we say MAPE. Do we ever say MAIP, or do we always say MAPE?
It's really only MAPE.
Only MAPE. Only MAPE.
It's only MAPE. You gotta stick consistency in your brand.
Please excuse me for all the times I said MAIP during any of my vlogs.
You're gonna have to re-edit those.
All of them. So we got big titles today. So I thought I'd ask Carl a good question. So I guess the first question is, how do you get involved in MAPE? What's the best way to get involved in MAPE?
We'll say student, or apply for MAPE, or
we'll say for both ways. As a student trying to get into MAPE, and then as a alumni from MAPE, how do you continue to be involved in MAPE?
Okay. Well, the easiest way as a student is to apply.
Okay.
Our application goes out every fall. So around the end of September, early October, we always send out applications on our Facebook page. It's on Twitter. We email it to professors that we know at colleges. We have an ambassador program that we send it to as well. So there are many ways for you to find the application. It's also up on our on our 4A's website.
Wow.
So you can find it all over the place.
What's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle?
No, just ruin the video.
It will.
The MAPE Twitter handle. So
the MAPE Twitter handle is @MAPE, @MAIP.
Mm-hmm.
You can find it there, and I'll send it out through my MAPE Twitter handle, which is Carl @MAPE.
Don't worry, I'll put up words like right here where my hands are. I'm good at that. Right there. Remember that. Anyway, so continue on. So as an alumni, how do you get involved? Like for people.
So like yourself.
Like myself.
And the 113 other people who graduated with you this summer. The best way to stay involved with MAPE is to contact the MAPE Alumni Association.
Okay.
The MAA.
And that's run by who again? Christina Pyle?
So Christina Pyle is the head of the MAPE Alumni Association. We also have a Chicago branch, which is run by Danny Jackson, who's a producer at Leo Burnett. So the best way is, to reach out to one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always get to them through me, or through the MAPE Twitter handle, and express, how you want to get involved and stay involved, whether you want to, be a mentor, possibly start your own chapter in your city, because, there's like 100 other MAPE alumni there.
True.
Or, be involved in some of the events that we do.
All right. What are some of the events you do, if you don't mind me asking?
For the alumni?
Yeah.
Well, they're actually starting a 40-day campaign to celebrate the 40th anniversary.
Which we should have mentioned at the beginning. 40th
totally
anniversary.
Should have mentioned that. That's right.
Yeah,
I don't know how that slipped our minds.
Yeah. It's the background, actually. It's so blue, and it's so interesting compared to other backgrounds. Best background today. Putting it out there.
So, the MAPE alumni traditionally have done one event called the Build Your Own Brand Series here in New York, which is basically a series of panels, workshops, networking events that help MAPE alumni in the community. It gives them the skills to kind of further their careers. So, they discuss different things and they learn different things. They're actually doing a great... I'll get into that a little bit later.
All right.
And in Chicago, they do a lot of great networking events out there and panels as well, where they bring in great speakers to talk about, again, some skills and knowledge you need to further their careers.
All right. So I think a big question I should probably ask is, what makes a great MAPer? Like a great person who's in MAPE, what do you consider the skills or qualities out there that somebody should have to be considered a great MAPer?
It's a great question because, since MAPE's been around for 40 years, we have over 2,500 alum out there in the world. Oof. And I can tell you that, see how big that network is? You see why it's important to join the MAPE Alumni Association?
Yeah.
And they range from anywhere from, people that founded their own agencies, heads of agencies, global executive creative directors, on down to people who are still in school, who are looking to get jobs, and every walk of life in between. And that's a great question, but it's also a hard question to answer because each MAPer is so different. Sure. I think some of the key things they bring are, one, just passion. Passion for, this industry, but also passion for, learning. They learn about different industries and bring that in. They bring in, what they learn just through their life experiences and help to further their careers in this industry. I mean, you can go through the cliche stuff. They're hardworking, they're determined, and all that. But I think each Maper has like an X factor, right?
Yeah.
That makes them, because Mape's not easy to get into.
It's not.
It's not like we just hand out internships. I mean, how long? You guys? What? It was like 6 months. It took the whole process.
Yeah.
3, 4. I don't know.
Very stressful. A lot of crying. I cried twice.
I didn't cry. He cried
Twice. My mama said, "Real man cry." Go ahead.
So each Maper brings something different. But if you really look at when we get the feedback from agencies and when they really talk about the Mapers is it's a certain level of professionalism above what they see at just regular career fairs.
Yeah.
Right? A certain skill set that's greater than what they see through normal applicants that come, just to their doorstep.
Yeah.
And that's why, one, it's so hard to get into MAPE because that's what the agencies are looking for. And two, when you graduate, that's why MAPE's a badge of honor. You say you're a Maper and people are like, oh, all right. They put you
on the pedestal.
Which means then you got to perform.
And I'm always good at performing, putting it out there. All right, so about to wrap it up then. You have any big tips or anything for anybody? Interns in general, life?
I mean, like I said before, this network is 2,500 strong and grows every year. And that is not something we've taken lightly. Like, there are so many great alumni out there that you can literally just call up, email, be like, hey, graduated MAPE, just looking to talk, want to learn about something. They do a lot of great things. I mentioned before, they do all this, brand panels. They're doing a great partnership with Google coming up called AdBytes that will help teach MAPE alumni about how to use Google products to better service their clients. So things like that we're doing, we're sending, I think, a couple of MAPE alumni to AdColor through the Futures program. So that network is there for MAPE alumni to use and tap into. So if you're a MAPE alumni or you want to be a MAPE alumni by going through the program, that's huge. I mean, the training and development we do is great, and it's well worth it. But that network is.
I was going to ask, wasn't AdBytes done by Maper too? Like the.
Oh yes, it's true.
Yeah.
So as you can see, like opportunities come just by being a part of this network. So let me tell you, the Face of Talent logo was done by MAPE alum. The MAPE logo, the new MAPE logo, was done by a MAPE alum.
Yeah, right.
The AdBytes logo and the copy around it was done by 2 MAPE alums. So I mean, you see, opportunities just come when you're tapped into that network. So that's important. The network.
All right. Well, I guess I'm wrapping it up. Anything major important that you'd like to promote, talk about before we wrap this up?
Let's see. I'm gonna get my checklist out.
He has a checklist.
I mentioned Google AdBytes. I mentioned the MAPE alumni. I mentioned the Face of Talent.
Did that.
I mentioned the applications going out in September.
True.
Right, end of September.
Did you mention qualifications for that?
They're all on the website.
Oh.
I mean, I don't want to go into them now.
You know what? You're right. You have to work at some point.
Yeah, you can't just give it all away.
That's true.
You gotta see. The first step is finding the application.
Yeah.
And figuring out what the requirements are. That's the first test.
Yeah.
I mean, can you do that? Can you use a computer and go on the internet?
Yes.
No, they're good. I mean, I want to thank my team here: Shannon, Karen, Singleton, and Julius.
I'll try to get them on an interview too. No promises.
Without them,
yeah.
MAPE wouldn't run like it does. And I want to thank all the alumni, you, Henry, and Tim behind the camera, and all the 2,498 others out there.
We're rolling deep. We're so deep. All right, well, leave a comment if you have a question. If you like this background, too bad, because we can't come back here. This is actually the 4A.
Technically,
what?
As a MAPE alum, you're always welcome in the 4As.
I'm always welcome, so I can just come bring bodies in here and do interviews.
Sure.
All right, I'll do that. But anyway, like I always like to say, stay frosty. Bye.